Why evolution does not work. Harmful mutations swamp selection. In this video, we present evidence for harmful mutations being much more numerous than beneficial mutations, and why this falsifies constructive naturalistic mega-evolution, the claim of constructive single-cell to human evolution. Background. In previous videos, we presented reasoning and evidence to show that harmful mutations swamp natural selection in higher, more complex species that have smaller populations and long generation times. This results in growing genetic load, harmful mutations, that increases from generation to generation until the species goes extinct. So, the trajectory of evolution is destructive, and not constructive, thereby falsifying naturalistic constructive mega-evolution, the claim of constructive single-cell to human evolution. Evidence. Dr. Richard Lenski, evolutionary biologist, has performed long-term microevolutionary experiments with more than 60,000 generations of bacteria. In his work, it has been estimated that each bacterial population experienced hundreds of millions of mutations in the first 20,000 generations, of which 10 to 20 beneficial mutations were fixed in each population. My comment: total mutations equals 200 million, lower bound, beneficial mutations 20. So, ratio of total to beneficial mutations equals 20e7 divided by 20 equals 1e7. i.e., there is one beneficial mutation for every 10 million total mutations. Evidence. Dr. Kimura, founder of neutral theory of evolution, has estimated, based on his research, that 90% of expressed mutations are harmful. The rest are neutral, with very rare beneficial mutations. My comment: for a collective bacterial genome with 50% functionality and 200 million mutations, including synonyms, 67 million mutations are expressed. 90% of these are harmful, as per Dr. Kimura. Therefore, 60 million mutations are harmful. So, ratio of harmful to beneficial mutations equals 60e6 divided by 20 equals 3e6. i.e., there are 3 million harmful mutations for every beneficial mutation. Evidence. In Dr. Lenski's experiments, in 20,000 generations of bacteria, there were an estimated 100 million to 1 billion bacteria per generation. Therefore, the total number of bacteria, lower bound, is 1e8 times 2e4 equals 2e12 bacteria. Genome length per E. coli bacterium is 5 million base pairs. Mutation rate is 10 to the power of minus 10 per base pair per cell division, as a lower bound. So, total number of mutations is 2e12 times 5e6 over 1e10 equals 1e9 mutations. This is a billion mutations, consistent with Dr. Lenski's estimate of hundreds of millions of mutations. My comment: using this number above, gives us the following. Total mutations 1e9. Beneficial mutations 20. For a bacterial genome, with 50% functionality, and 1e9 mutations, including synonyms, 335 million mutations are expressed. 90% of these are harmful, as per Dr. Kimura. Therefore, 300 million mutations are harmful. So, ratio of harmful to beneficial mutations equals 300e6 divided by 20 equals 15e6. i.e., there are 15 million harmful mutations for every beneficial mutation. Conclusion. 1. The empirically calibrated calculations, above, show that there are 3 million to 15 million harmful mutations for every beneficial mutation. 2. This supports the conclusions of our previous videos. Harmful mutations swamp and overwhelm natural selection for all higher, more complex creatures, above the levels of bacteria to insects. 3. The cost of selection, the number of genetic deaths needed to remove harmful mutations, is too high for any of the higher, more complex creatures, such as mammals, to sustain. By the time natural selection can get rid of one harmful, non-lethal mutation, many more harmful mutations have arisen in the population. This results in genetic load, a collection of harmful mutations, that is carried down through the generations. This genetic load keeps growing until the species experiences error catastrophe or mutational meltdown, and the species goes extinct. 4. As a result, the trajectory of evolution is destructive, genetic deterioration over time, and not constructive, for all higher creatures. 5. So, this falsifies constructive naturalistic mega-evolution, the claim of constructive single-cell to human evolution. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.